Good day to you. This is Gerald, founder of BG Academy, and in this episode, I'll be talking about how to craft your badminton footwork training. So what happened was last week I was conducting lessons for a new group of students, and some of these adults actually have no prior professional training, coaching, and what happens is they actually self-taught. So what they did was they watched online YouTube videos on how to do footwork, and so that's how they started to show me what they have learned. And if you've done the same, that is fantastic, because that is one method that I highly suggest you do to increase your learning speed. However, I noticed the issue is that a lot of YouTube videos, they don't explain how do you craft your badminton footwork training, like how do you set a regime to practice footwork. Yeah, so if you haven't done so already, I suggest you pause this video and watch some YouTube videos, like you type badminton footwork and watch some of this footwork explanation video where they teach you how footwork is done before coming back to this video, alright? Because from here onwards, I'm going to assume that you have some knowledge on how footwork is done. Yeah. So the issue with these students is that they have the tendency to overemphasize on perfect technique. And the downside to overemphasizing on technique, right, is that can you imagine when they are doing a footwork drill, they would do one movement, another movement, and then suddenly they would stop. They would stop to correct themselves before resuming, and then the next moment they're stopping again to correct themselves to such that they get the right technique, then they resume. So it's a lot of pausing, because they pause so that they can correct their technique before resuming the footwork. And when you do this, what happens is you sort of miss the big objective of footwork. So there are two big objectives when you're practicing footwork. First is to minimize injuries to your ankles, your joints basically, and second is to really increase the speed on court. And when you overemphasize on the technique, on perfect technique, you actually neglect on the speed, because you're always correcting the technique without actually emphasizing on the speed. And in this video, I'd like to share with you a better way on how you should structure or craft your footwork training regime. So how it should be done is, a better way to practice footwork is actually to treat it as though you are lifting weights, such that you structure it according to sets and repetitions. And a good rule of thumb would be 15 to 20 repetitions, about 3 to 5 sets per exercise. And when you're practicing, do take note of the fluidity, meaning to say that when you're practicing footwork and you've made a mistake, do not stop, just carry on to the next repetition. The key here is, even though you are moving away to the next repetition, the key is you got to be aware of the mistake, meaning to say that you know you've made a mistake. Like for example, you used the wrong foot, and during the next repetition you must remind yourself that you got to do the proper technique. So the key here is awareness. Once you are aware, that's it. You can skip and then come back again, because it is impossible to get it perfect for the first few weeks or even for a few months. So don't worry about it. It is perfectly normal, but the key here is you need to increase your speed. You need to make sure that you're very fluid from left to right, right to left, or front to back. So once you're able to, when you structure your training such that it is very deliberate and intensive, eventually, or in a very short amount of time, you will start to be able to see results on court. Like you will feel like you're a lot faster, a lot more fluid now. So that's the way you should actually practice footwork. And on a side note, apart from footwork itself, there are other factors that really affect your perceived movement speed. Yeah. So the first is your technique, meaning to say that if you're able to place the shuttle very deep into the corners, what happens is that it gives you a lot more time to react, and conversely it makes it very difficult for the opponent to retrieve the shuttle. So the net effect is that you are perceived as a lot faster. And of course, another thing is your strategic awareness, meaning to say that, because let me give you an example of strategic awareness. Different people have different habits. So once you are aware of this person's particular habit, and you are able to anticipate, like you know he's most likely going to hit there, and you're anticipating and ready for that shot, what happens is you'll be a lot quicker to reach that shuttle, and again, the net effect is that you are perceived to be a lot quicker. So And so here are some other factors that you can work on apart from just footwork to really increase or to see the results in your movement speeds becoming a lot faster. I hope this video have been helpful in increasing your speed on court. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and do like our Facebook page and visit us on our website at bgbadminton.com. Have a great day.